I can't with this season already. Week 3 is not as bad as week 2, but for I think I'm doing worse than I was doing last year. It's just been crazy. Uh, week 3. So I made the right choice in picking the Browns because the run game was working and Brissett relied on the run game. Defense did their thing, and Mr. Trubisky, I don't know if it's the OC or him, but he was missing some passes, and the Kenny Pickett crowd is getting larger and larger. Not me though. I don't even know who they play next. I think they play the Jets next. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But I made a good choice here. This one, the Texans always seem to be just missing a game, missing something. This game could have gone either way, but I think there was a turnover at the end, which allowed the Bears, just to run the clock out and get get the win. The Raiders are 0-3, and I'm not liking that. I think I saw them. They almost came back, but then they missed a 2-point conversion. And from what I saw from a highlight, I think Carr had a guy who could have underneath, but he decided to go to someone further back in the end zone, and he had to throw over two defenders. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. The Chiefs. Hey yo, what the heck? uh, I think I said something along those lines. Hold on a sec. What did I say?
I'm not picking the Colts again. I don't care who they're going up against. I'm never picking the Colts again. They could be going up against a team that hasn't looked great in years, and I'm not picking the Colts. If the Chiefs lose to the Colts, man, they're not gonna hear the end of it.
Yeah, that I cannot believe the Chiefs lost to the Colts like that, man. I honestly don't know how. I mean, yeah, they had the little special teams gaffes and everything, but come on. I'm trying to figure out what was the game plan going for a fake field goal on 4th and 10. You might as well just kept your offense out there. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Then the Bills surprisingly lost to the Dolphins. And I know they were missing a lot of their guys on defense, but their offense too? They said it was like real hot down there, but I'm just saying, like, I think they have more people available on offense than defense, and they got shut down. And Josh Allen missed an easy pass on 4th and goal towards the end of the game, but he just skipped it. I'm surprised with the Bills on that one. The Lions let this one go. I honestly couldn't believe when I saw that. Kirk Cousins can't perform on Monday Night Football, but apparently any other time he's golden. I was hoping the Lions get this one too. The Ravens bounce back on defense, shut down Mac Jones, and Mac Jones is hurt. He'll be out for a while. Lamar Jackson, playing at a phenomenal rate, named September Player of the Month. And it's just crazy how much of a how much that offense has just improved. Once that run game gets going, man, it's a wrap. The Jets, it was a long shot. But if I'm a Bengals fan, I wouldn't be too happy with this. Because in the end, it's just the Jets. The Eagles mollywhopped the Commanders, man. Commanders didn't stand a chance. They scored 8 points, and Carson Wentz was sacked 9 times. I don't think the Eagles offense, all they pretty much did was run the clock out, because I don't think they ever scored again in the fourth quarter. At least I don't think so. I didn't check the box score. But from what I was watching in the game, because I was going back and forth, they were that defense for the Eagles was just stifling. It was just overwhelming, man. It was crazy. The Saints lost to the Panthers, and James Winston, man, you hurting me here. And Kamara fumbled that, so that gave them, the Panthers, another 7 points. Otherwise, it would have been 15-14. But yeah, it was crazy. Justin Herbert needs to sit and heal, because him playing was a liability for that offense. Because you can't really take that many hits, and you can't throw that well if your ribs all messed up, man. The Jags absolutely destroyed them. The Falcons ended up winning, and I'm glad I picked them. I had a feeling they would, but it came close. It came real close. They were like what, 20-20, and then the Falcons ended up taking the lead with a touchdown. But yeah, go Falcons. This one was not as. I mean, I knew it was going to be a close game. I just didn't think it would be so low scoring. But Buccaneers were missing a lot of their receivers. And I don't know. I didn't watch most of this game. I only caught the tail end. Getting a delayed game for a 2-point conversion is inexcusable. Who knows what the Buccaneers do next week? They got Hurricane Ian coming to get them, so they have to go practice in Miami. Yeah, I knew the Rams would get the Cardinals. I mean, Aaron Donald has Kyler Murray's number. Like, he got his 100th sack just by swiping at him. And then Murray made a business decision to just throw the ball up and away. Hey, that was crazy. That was my notification. Sorry about that. It was too loud. The 49ers, and oh my gosh, this was such a boring game. I fell asleep at halftime. It was 7-3 when I fell asleep. I wake up, it's 10-11, and I honestly could not believe how boring this game was. The 49ers with Jimmy G, I think this is because he's coming in as a starter. I think he'll bounce back, not next week, but not this weekend, I mean, but the Broncos, man, their defense has been saving them. That's why they're the way they are, but that offense is just getting off to a very, very slow start. And that's not good at all. The Cowboys beat the Giants. Cooper Rush is doing a good job while Dak heals up. Daniel Jones, he had his moments. I was surprised he held on to the ball when a lot of times he was pressured and hit. But his receivers slipping at the end of the game, yeah, that messed him up. It messed up any quarterback. But yeah, that puts me at 24-23 in one. I wonder. I'm just gonna on to week 4. Tonight we have the Dolphins versus the Bengals. Now, from what I've seen, the Dolphins' offense is legit. The defense is doing a good job as well. The Bengals, from what I've seen, their defense is doing what they can, and the offense, so long as Burrow doesn't get sacked, thrives. But from what I remember, the Dolphins have a good blitz game. The Bengals do not have a good O-line. I'm picking the Dolphins. Then Sunday morning in London, we got the Vikings and the Saints. Vikings. The Saints have, I think, dropped 2 in a row. I'm pretty sure Kirk Cousins can perform in London. As long as it's not a Monday Night Football game, he got this. The Browns and the Falcons. This one's going to be a coin flip game to me. They favor the Browns more in this app, but I don't know. It's I want to go with the Falcons, but they're choke artists. The Cowboys are going to get this one. If Wentz is going to get sacked 9 times against the Eagles, Micah Parsons is going to make Wentz his bitch. I would not be surprised if Heineke or what's the rookie quarterback, I think his name's Howell. I wouldn't be surprised if they get put. Well, Heineke, he'll be put in. I would not be surprised if he's put in midway through the game. Because Wentz, He's just not doing it. You can't keep getting shut out in the first half and then trying to make your points up in the second. Moving the ball in the second half. You can't do that. Not every team has a great comeback ability. If the score is close, like they have 14, 17 points and you have at least 3 or 10, okay, but being shut out 24-0, get a nonsense safety, and then a touchdown at the tail end of the game, yeah, no, that's not going to cut it. I got the Lions again. That their defense and their offense has been performing well. They're just, missing on a couple plays here and there. While the Seahawks, Geno Smith is doing a good job, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and all that, I think the Lions offense has an edge on the Seahawks defense. We'll see how that goes once Sunday comes and goes. The Titans versus the Colts. I don't know how this app favors the Colts more. They haven't shown. I mean, yeah, they beat the Chiefs last week, but it was towards the tail end of the game. I think the Titans got this one. I got the Giants for this one against the Bears. Justin Fields, he has not been performing well. I think he's performing worse than Daniel Jones. But he did lose one of his receivers, Daniel Jones. And that Bears run game is strong. Daniel Jones needs to rely on Kenny Golladay, but so far he's been silent since last season. I don't think he's got a touchdown yet with the team. Yeah, he has yards and catches, but yeah, I'm gonna get the Bears on this one. The Jags versus the Eagles. While the Jags have been performing very well for the past, since the season, they played well in game one, even though they lost. They played well, and for them to shut up the Colts and then destroy the Chargers, but I don't think they'll do that again against the Eagles. The Eagles look like a solid team, so I've got the Eagles on this one. The Jets versus the Steelers. Even though they say Zach Wilson might start for this game, I think no matter who's at quarterback, they'll beat the Steelers. Without TJ Watt on that pass rush, that passing game is pretty much, for any team that goes against Steelers till Watt comes back, is pretty much okay. Yeah, Mika Fitzpatrick is about there, but you just throw away from him and you're golden. And if Trubisky's still out there throwing the ball, he's been missing a lot of reads. Like, you can see it on the field. Even his receivers are getting pissed off with him. Like, he's either underthrowing them, overthrowing them, not throwing to the open man, forcing passes, scrambling when he shouldn't. Tomlin has a decision to make with this game right here. If they lose to the Jets, I think Trubisky gets sat. If they are losing to the Jets, I think he gets sat. But I don't think he puts in Kenny Pickett. Mason Rudolph will probably because Kenny Pickett's QB2. I think that's what they saw in the depth chart. Kenny Pickett's QB2. So I think if they're losing, he'll put Pickett out there. But if they do lose, then I think Trubisky gets sat. But I still got the Jets on this one. Sauce Gardner. Oh, snap. I just remembered. Sauce Gardner might get his first interception this game. I wanted him to get it against the Bengals, but the Jets offense didn't complement the Jets defense. Because he was able to shut down Chase and I think Higgins for pretty much the entire game. He didn't allow a lot. If Trubisky's making the wrong reads, I think Sauce Gardner gets his first interception. Now, this is the matchup everyone's looking forward to. But they have us playing at 1. The primetime game is the Chiefs against Tampa Bay. So that's Brady Mahomes. Okay, fine. You make that Sunday. But Monday night, they have the Rams versus the 49ers. If Trey Lance didn't get hurt, so you think that's primetime material? But you can't flex. You can't flex this game. So hopefully I'll be able to watch it. It's on CBS, so yes. Hopefully I'll be able to watch it. But I always got my Ravens. Lamar Jackson's playing out of his mind. The offense is beginning to improve. The running backs are coming back. I think Ronnie Stanley at the left tackle position, he might be back. If not this week, he'll be back next week, hopefully. But so far, the O-line is doing a good job. Passing score, I give them a B. Receivers are doing their thing. Defense is bounced back from that Miami collapse. Meanwhile, on the Bills side, they're missing some people in defense. Josh Allen is still Josh Allen, but, if the Ravens defense gets a stop or a turnover, and the Ravens offense capitalizes on that, then all I know is I'm glad for the first time since the two have been drafted, Josh Allen's playing in Baltimore because they played in Buffalo both times they met. Once in the regular season in 2019, once in the playoffs in 2020. Both times the win caused a factor, but it was worse in the 2021. It's good that they're finally in Baltimore. I think I got Baltimore. I got the Texans getting their first win against the Chargers. Last year, Justin Herbert lost to the Texans, and he was healthy. He had some of his guys on offense. The defense was there too. But if Justin Herbert's still hurt, I think he's going to be a liability. Texans they've been close for the past 3 weeks. I think they get it this one. The Cardinals and the Panthers. Cardinals. The Panthers play the Saints. And pretty much, I don't think the defense played all right, the Panthers. The defense played great. The offense, nothing stood out. The Cardinals, however, they'll bounce back from that loss to the Rams. They can't beat the Rams. Not unless, the Rams' defense and offense is missing some key players. But I got the Cardinals against the Panthers on this one. Packers. It doesn't matter who the Patriots put at quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is gonna take care of it, even though he has his rookie receivers and stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers got this one with the Packers. Whoever they put at quarterback, Patriots, they're not gonna win. I got the Raiders getting their first win against the Broncos. The Broncos' offense for the past 3 weeks has been stale. It hasn't been fresh once. Yeah, it has their little moments here and there, but for an entire game, no. The Raiders, on the other hand, they just had their hiccups, but this is when they get their first win. If they start 0-4, I don't think they bounce back at all. So I got the Raiders. The Chiefs and the Buccaneers. This is the Sunday Night Football game. I got the Chiefs getting this one because, I don't know, Tom Brady, since the season started, he hasn't been playing that well. Yeah, they got 2 wins, but I think this game, Chiefs got this one. And then I'm not even going to bother. The Rams got this. It doesn't matter what Stafford does. Unless Stafford plays abysmal, throwing multiple interceptions, like three interceptions and losing the ball with a fumble. That's the only way. It's going to be like 42 points. I don't know. I don't care. It's just, there's nothing the 49ers have shown. Like snore fest of a game last week. I'm trying to figure out what the schedule makers are thinking, putting this as the primetime Monday night game, but they put Baltimore and Buffalo at a 1 o'clock slot. Even if there were no injuries, you got Trey Lance, a rookie, going up against Super Bowl champs. How does that work? Well, those are my picks. Sitting at 24-23. Honestly speaking. What did I pick week 1? Who was that tie? That was the Colts and the... I'm locked in.